This is the Education Business Podcast for consultants and business owners providing services in schools. I'm Claire Riley, and I'll be sharing how to start, grow, and scale your education business. Hi everyone, and welcome to the Education Business Podcast. Today I want to cover 7 reasons why you need a 5-year plan. So in Education Business Club, I have been doing a planning series. I've also roped Ed in as well to show you how to plan properly in your business to make sure that you're not just growing a job that you love and winging it, even if you do have colleagues, whether that be employed or freelance, and make sure you're growing it into an asset that can pay you back, that you can potentially do less work in, and that can give you more money and freedom in the long term. So why do you actually need a 5-year plan? You might decide that you only want it to be 3 years. The number is not the thing, the plan is. But the first reason why you need a 3 to 5 year plan in your business is so that you can think about what's possible instead of just plodding along. So when we leave teaching and we start a business, we're kind of just winging it and we're doing the next thing and then the next thing and the next thing. And there is an element of that still needed. We can go too much the other way, but that's in the small stuff, and we should keep it in the small stuff, winging it, doing the next thing, then the next thing. When it comes to the big picture, we need a plan. And if we were to think about ourselves just plodding along doing the next thing, if we thought about where we wanted to be in 5 years' time, it actually might not be that much further ahead than we are now, because we can't really see the path to get there. When you create a 5-year plan and you're breaking it down into quarters, you see how many quarters there are. You start to get an idea of what's really possible instead of just taking the next opportunity. You start to plan what those opportunities could be and dream really big for yourself rather than just seeing what you're doing now as a way out of teaching that you took a risk on, so that other people wouldn't judge you for leaving a stable job. The second reason why you need a plan is to show others where you are going. You might be hiring team members or freelancers. You might already have them. If you're going to seriously turn your business into an asset, then you definitely have a plan to do so in the future. And you need to be able to show them where you're going. You also might want to show customers where you're going. Obviously not in the same way, but have an idea about where you're trying to take the company. So you need a plan for that reason as well. The third reason why you need a plan is that thoughts become things. So when you're planning out where you want your business to be, how you want your business to grow, you're putting it out there as material, whether that's printed, whether it's typed up on a device. You're putting it out there into the physical world, and thoughts become things. And you get those thoughts out there and start focusing on them, then you're going to make them happen. But if it's just in your head, it's a lot less likely. The fourth reason why you need a clear plan is that this is where dream meets logical. So we can dream big, and as a child, my mum used to call me a dreamer. We once planned out a floor plan of a house. I had a bowling alley in mine and a swimming pool. And I remember her saying, "Oh, we're both dreamers." And I thought, but I believe this could be my reality. What was missing for me then was how to connect where I was then to having the house with the bowling alley and the swimming pool. When you create a plan, especially a 5-year plan, you have to break down how it's actually possible. And that helps you to either be more realistic or believe in the dream even more, because the plan clearly shows how you will get there. The fifth reason you need a plan is that it adds value. You're listening to this podcast because you want to build more value in your education business. Well, having a clear plan builds value. If somebody's going to come into the company and run it for you, or they're going to buy it, they want to know what the plan is. If you're still winging it, that's not going to get somebody interested. That's not making the company valuable. You need to know where you're going and how you're going to get there. The sixth reason you need a plan is that it gives you focus every day. As entrepreneurs, we can easily get distracted with having 100 things on our to-do list and the capacity to only do 10 each day, and often we'll do what we feel like doing. But having a plan gives you a clear focus of what you're trying to achieve. It makes it very clear, and you can easily then relate how some of the bigger, more meaty tasks might be more important to do than the admin, especially if they're going to help you move forward with the company or the team move forward. Your focus then becomes more on fixing things for the long term, if you're dealing with issues, setting things up for the long term, if you're trying to get new things in place. It's all about the long-term goals that you're trying to achieve and making sure that you can focus on those every day. And the final reason that I want to share with you today why you need a plan is that it will help you realise that this is a real thing now. Often when we leave teaching and we start a business, we're not really thinking about growing it into this big thing that one day we'll sell or we'll build to a point where we're not needed in the day-to-day running of the business. We just want a way out of teaching. But at some point we have to make the switch. Otherwise the effort won't have been worth it. And having a real plan, it's that way to tell ourselves, tell our brain that this is not just a way out of teaching anymore. This is a proper business. It's a real thing now. Because it has a plan, because I'm committed to executing that plan. And it helps us shift our mindset around why we're doing it and what we really want to achieve with it in the long term. So if you don't have a 3 to 5 year plan in your business, you need one. And if you're not sure how to do it, don't worry. I've got a whole series on this in Education Business Club. Step-by-step lessons teaching you how to set your vision and mission, because you need that before you have your plan. How to come up with your plan, how to forecast your plan, the technology that you need for your plan, and then breaking your plan down into actionable steps. So if you've not taken those steps in your business, I really encourage you to do that, because this is a fundamental part of transitioning your business from just a job into a business asset that can pay you back, give you more freedom, give you more income, give you more time. So I'll see you in Education Business Club. And I'll also see you on next week's episode. Thank you for listening to the Education Business Podcast. To get more information to grow your business, sign up at educationbusinessclub.co.uk.